Hi again, Hallie. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Oh, well, let's see. Oh, never been a beautiful lady. Nah, don't worry, this might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Yeah, at least I don't like what they're saying. Oh god, that's so tempting. Nah, don't worry, this might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read?
Oh, I would be interested in anything you like, Yuri. No, don't worry, this might be a little strange for me. That's the same thing I said to you. Okay, I enjoy any author with a cutting wit. Well, I can't really say no either way, like you said, I'm in this club now. Of course I love reading. It's great to read together. I guess it wouldn't be too strange to sim for her a little bit. But like, well, I don't know. Like, this is too much enthusiasm for MC being himself. But I don't really trust giving, like, the same answer to two of the different characters. That seems like a recipe for disaster. Can't really say no either way. This is like the most nonchalant thing. It's like so non-committal. And this is just a pun. I'm gonna go with this one. I feel like this is the safest, maybe, question mark. Eli, you remember what book she's reading, right? You enjoy reading that book.
What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga.
You read manga, right?
You still haven't grown out of that yet? Yeah, I'm totally into superhero comics. Stan Lee was a legend. You kidding? Practically all I do is read manga and play video games. It's great. Sometimes. How did you know, anyway? Why? Is there something you'd like to read with me? Well, this seems like the awkward MC answer to me. How did you know, anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
I feel like I chose wrong on some of these, because she responded to that, but the other two didn't really have responses to what I said. Finally, Natsuki and I read together for a bit before she drifts off to sleep. Well, this is adorable, but now what? Didn't Natsuki say she would... Psst! I look over and see Natsuki, stealthily poking her head through the classroom door. Monika and Yuri are on the other side of the room and don't seem to have noticed.
Okay, slowly, carefully, put her in the closet and close the door. Don't wake her up or let the others see you.
That seems like a pretty big ask. This is definitely surreal, but I moved the sleeping Natsuki out of sight. By the time I'm done, the awake Natsuki has already conveniently slipped into the exact same spot.
Hey, so how did it go today?
Well, I don't know if we were perfect, but I guess if we got this far without things crashing, it must have gone fairly well.
Good enough for me. I'll take it from here.
What are you going to do? I still don't know what the plan is.
Just watch.
Suddenly, Natsuki's expression changes and her voice takes a strange tone.
Look. I'm afraid, Hallie. Hallie, my mind is going. Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here.
Monika reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately clutches it with both hands.
Thanks. I'm also pretty thirsty, so...
She doesn't even finish her sentence before running out of the room.
Don't worry, Hallie. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? See? Piece of cake.
Okay, so you got the protein bar. Now what?
Now when I run into Yuri, I can just ask her to cut it in half for me. It won't seem weird to get her knife out for that.
Oh, okay. But wait, couldn't we have used a cookie or a cupcake for that?
Well, those are all back in the first part of the game, so... And I can't just make snacks out of thin air, you know.
That sounds like a suspicious excuse. And also, I'm pretty sure they still had cupcakes on Tuesday. Didn't they? Did they? It's been a long time since I read through the beginning of Act 2, I gotta admit. Ow, I mean, that sounds like a reasonable explanation.
Anyways, they're gonna get suspicious if we keep whispering like this. Keep playing along until we can get out of here. We'll have to find a different day where Yuri's out in the hallway by herself. See you there.
Oh, there was... What happened to the box? Oh god. Okay. So, we got the energy bar. Let's take it back to Wednesday Yuri and see if that changes things there. We're back here again. This time we have a plan for talking to Yuri, I think.
Yeah, when she comes out, I'll catch up to her and ask her to cut the protein bar in half for me.
Won't she find it weird that you're out in the hallway so suddenly?
It'll be fine. She practically forgets that anyone else is in the room when you're reading with her. I guess in this case, that'll work in our favor.
Okay, what should I do?
You? I guess you should just stay put. She wouldn't have noticed me, but you're a different story. Don't worry, this should only take a second.
Sure enough, Yuri exits the classroom, and once she goes down the hallway, Natsuki begins sneaking after her. So... she said she would only be a second. Actually, maybe this is a good time. Hey, Eli, I've had a little time to think about things, and I was wondering, what's it like out there? I mean, I only know what it's like in school here, and I can't say for certain, but I feel like it's not normally this strange. But I guess you would know, so I was hoping you could tell me a little bit about it. I guess he's flipping games. I don't hang out with friends, are you nuts? There are a lot of problems to deal with and people that need help. We're working on it, though. Every day, people throw themselves at my feet, desiring my affection. Life is great. There's so much to do and see other people to talk to and learn from. It's a big adventure. Be glad you live in a video game. I basically play these to get away from my life. Oh, God. I wish I could answer some of these sincerely. Let's see. Well, this one's certainly not true because I don't have friends. They're all online. Boo-hoo. And you know, COVID. But let's see, there's a lot of problems to deal with and people that need help. I mean, that's certainly true, but that's more of like the world at large. Everyday people feel that this is certainly not true. Life is great, there's so much to do and see. I feel like a less jaded Eli as the past might have said this. I'm glad you live in the game. I best play this to get away from my life. Well, I mean, if we're being totally honest, this is probably like a core reason somewhere deep inside my barren, charred soul. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I guess I won't bug you about it anymore then. Finally, Natsuki comes back down the hallway. She looks back briefly, then shows me around a corner. Hey!
She'll be coming back to the classroom any second. I wanted to make sure she didn't notice us.
Oh, okay. How did it go? Natsuki grins and holds up an evenly cut protein bar.
I know exactly where to find it now. Even if she brings a different knife on Friday, it should still be in the same place. I also got to talk to her for a bit. I don't know if she'll end up remembering all of it, but...
Ah, I was wondering why you were gone for so long.
Hey, remember that I'm the main character here. You're not the only one looking for closure, you know.
That's true.
Anyways, let's go. I think we're just about ready to rescue Yuri.
Great. Cool, but there's still so many days to look at. Let's look at Thursday, Yuri. We're outside the clubroom. Everyone's been in there for a while now.
Yeah, I don't know if there's much we can do today. Yuri only leaves the classroom to make tea, and when Hallie goes to see her, they're glitched back to the classroom.
Yeah, I remember Monica also entered the day early, so we can't even talk to her afterwards. Wait, isn't that the day where, like, she tries to talk to us, but the game cuts her off? Or is that the third day?
Well, we're not out of options yet. We can always try the other days.
Yeah, wait, what if you went to talk to her? Maybe the glitching only happens for me.
It's worth a try, I guess. Wait here for a minute.
Natsuki cautiously makes her way down the hallway. So... Uh-oh.
Nope, doesn't work. Let's try something else. Oh, Okay, wow, so that's what that's like. Hallie?
Yeah, that's not great.
That was...
Let's just go?
Yeah.
Alright, so no use on that day. And I have a feeling Friday Yuri is where we're supposed to be saving her, so let's go back to Natsuki route. And take Natsuki Thursday. We've already found out what we need to know here. Let's go to Friday and save Yuri. What? Yeah! We didn't get to see what we could find out that day. Does it really matter whether it's Friday Natsuki or Friday Yuri? I guess we can click and find out, but I feel like I should click on this end first, just in case. We're in the club room in the early morning again. Does this mean I need to replace Hallie again?
Yep, once things get going today, there's not a good chance to switch the two of you, so it'll be the easiest way.
Do I have to remember all of my lines again?
What lines?
Oh yeah.
Right, at this point in the game, you basically just have to stand there. You can even close your eyes if you want to spare Eli from having to relive the more disturbing moments.
I think I'd like to be spared from having to relive them too. Anyways, what about Yuri?
Right, so I'll be hiding out in the hallway. When you suddenly show up with Yuri to talk for a bit, you'll need to keep her distracted. The longer you can keep Yuri from talking about Monica, the longer I have to sneak behind her and get the knife. Then, once Monica and the other Natsuki are out of the room, Yuri won't be able to stab herself. I'll come in, and we'll be able to talk to Yuri without something crazy happening.
Seems simple enough. What about Monica, though? If she's watching, she'll definitely realize that something is different at that point.
Yeah, I know. Eli, can you do me a big favor? You're probably going to need to keep Yuri's character file with Sayori's. And you're going to need to keep a copy of mine there as well.
Natsuki.
Even if everything goes well with Yuri, it'll only be a matter of time before Monica starts acting more directly.
That's right. How are we going to deal with Monica? Natsuki shook her head.
Not us. Eli. Eli, you wanted to help fix things, right? Well, the way things are set up, you're the only one who'll be able to talk to her. I won't be able to help much, but I'll do what I can. Hallie, you might be able to help too, although Monica might do something to you if you talk on your own, so be careful.
Sure, but what exactly is Eli supposed to do?
Eli, it will seem strange, but really it's just what we have to do for everyone else. Talk to her. Find a way to get through to her. And I would ask that this time you don't delete their character file. I know that sounds difficult, but... I believe you can do it. Hey, chin up, Hallie. Between you and Eli, I know everything's going to be okay in the end. Okay, I'm gonna hide out. They should be here any minute. See you soon.
See you soon. There was a now there, but I just didn't read it. Oh, I should probably, go save their character files before it's a problem. Got 'em. Copied. You know what? They're all in the base directory. Even Monica. That's right. Her too. The day goes by in a blur. Like Natsuki said, I don't even have to say anything. An hour passes in what seems like seconds. And soon enough, it's showtime.
Wait. How did I... Sorry, I just had a really weird deja vu. This hasn't happened before or anything, right? My head has been a little fuzzy lately.
Well, actually, if this was on the Natsuki route, I wonder if we would even get this result, because, you don't get the second scene in the hallway with Yuri if you're following the Natsuki route through Act 2.
I hope it hasn't really been showing or anything. I would hate for you to think I'm weird just after we started spending time together.
You're feeling okay? We're just in the hallway talking. Listen to me, you need to stop. Nothing you do is weird, you're amazing every way. You think it might be aliens? I've heard they can do that sort of thing to you. It's just dots. Are you feeling okay? We're just in the hallway talking.
What? I mean, you're right, but...
Yuri suddenly stops in mid-thought, as if she hadn't actually expected me to respond, especially to imply that everything was normal. After a few seconds, she recovers, remembering there was more she wanted to say. Well, Natsuki's stealthing in.
It's just... I mean... Everyone has a few unusual things about them. But expressing those things so soon after meeting someone is usually seen as inappropriate or unlikable. At least, that's what I've discovered. When I was a bit younger, I think I would come on really strongly and get a little too intense. It made people not want to be around me. So, I started hating those things about myself. My obsession with certain hobbies. And the way I can't control myself when I get too excited about something.
There's nothing wrong with being excited about your hobbies, but it's important to have moderation. Your destructive habit isn't a hobby you need to stop. You just haven't found someone that can match your level of passion for your hobbies. Until now. Sounds like aliens. Good job, MC. No, this is the correct answer, I think.
I know. It's just difficult sometimes. Especially when you meet someone who has the same interests as you. It's really exciting to meet someone else who is as passionate as you are about something.
Yeah, I get it, but there's more to people than just one thing, isn't there? Yuri looks away for a bit, as if suddenly aware of something uncomfortable.
So,
As Natsuki sneaks up behind her, Yuri starts to become more and more stressed. Is it just a matter of what I said to her? Or is it because she'd been interrupted from what she was going to say, and now she can't go back to it easily? Hey, Yuri, it sounds like you've been having this problem for a while now. Do you think coming to the Literature Club has helped with that?
now that I think about it, it has. Or at least, it did at first. But recently, something's been wrong. I don't know what it is. But every time we come to the club, my heart starts to go crazy. Like it's going to rip out of my chest.
It looks like Natsuki's almost done. I just need to stall for a little more time.
It overwhelms me with energy and emotions that I can't let out. It's been making me do weird things. I don't know why it's happening.
The direct approach. Let me take you away from it. It's not your fault, Yuri. It's not your fault.
It isn't.
It's not, Yuri. Listen to me. I know I haven't been here for very long, but it sounds like this problem you're having won't get better just by joining a club. Or finding the right people to hang out with. You need to talk to someone about this who, well, can help you better than I can. Have you talked to your parents about this? Or maybe the school counselor?
I haven't. I don't really know why I haven't, actually.
Okay, can you promise me something?
What, Hallie?
Once we're done with the literature club today, come with me to go talk to the counselor. It's after hours, but we should be able to at least find out how to contact them. And this is important enough that they should be willing to listen.
I don't know.
Hey, Yuri, we're friends, aren't we?
Of course.
Then, as your friend, I want to help you, so trust me on this one, okay? It's going to be alright. Come on, let's go back inside for now. It's almost time to share poems, but maybe today we can just chill for a bit. No one will know if we just take it easy today, right?
Maybe you're right.
Was that long enough, Natsuki? We go back inside. I hoped what I said to Yuri would get her to calm down a little. But
Finally. Finally! This is really all I wanted. Allie, there's no need to spend the weekend with Monica. Don't listen to her. Just come to my house instead. A whole day with just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Wow. There's really something wrong with me, isn't there?
Yuri,
Allie.
have you forgotten already?
Forgotten? What did I forget?
Your promise.
My promise. Oh. I forgot. How could I forget? It's just, I can't help it, Allie. I've never felt this good in my whole life. Just being with you is a far greater pleasure than anything I could imagine. I'm addicted to you. It feels like I'm going to die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone care about you so much? To have someone who wants to revolve their entire life around you?
Yuri, this isn't you. Someone else is doing this to you, causing you to feel like this.
Causing me to feel? I don't understand. These feelings inside me. They're just too strong, Hallie. I can't control them. Even when it feels like something horrible is about to happen, I can't stop it anymore, Hallie. I have to tell you. I'm madly in love with you. It feels like every inch of my body, every drop of blood in me, is screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are anymore. Please, Hallie, just know how much I love you.
Well, we tried, Eli. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Yuri. I had hoped you wouldn't have to go through this.
You're sorry? For what? You're not Are you rejecting me? But I love you, Hallie. Don't you understand that?
I'm not rejecting you, Yuri. Just endure it for a little longer, okay? I think once we get past this part, it'll be okay.
I don't understand, Hallie. I don't understand. But it's okay. Everything is going to be okay. You just have to be my lover and accept my confession and...
Yuri. Panicking, shaking a little, she reaches behind her back.
What? This isn't...
She pulls out a folded up piece of paper, clearly having expected it to be something else.
What is this? What's going on?
Confused, she slowly unfolds it.
The storm. Where did this come from? Who?
I'd like you to read it, Yuri.
Natsuki.
Hey, Yuri. Yeah, I wrote that for you. I'd like you to read it, please.
Yuri spends a couple of minutes reading the poem, and then reads it again. As she does, her breathing slows back down to a normal pace, processing the meaning of what Natsuki has written.
It's a really nice poem, Natsuki. I was just about to...
Her breathing starts to pick up as she remembers what she was going to do before she found the poem.
I was just about to...
Yeah, I know. Hallie and I have been worried about you lately, that something like this might happen. I'm sorry for stealing your knife, but if I hadn't...
Yuri unsteadily drops into a seat, suddenly unable to support her own weight. Natsuki rushes to her side and puts a supportive hand on her shoulder. Yuri begins sobbing softly as Natsuki and I do our best to support her. Aww. She cries for a while like that. When she talks, she apologizes again and again. For what she said, and for what she almost did, we tell her it's okay. It's going to be okay. It's not quite how I imagined things going, but the worst is avoided. Yuri is still with us.